Stern.
Gallatin.
Tish. GSP.
CAS.
Steinhardt.
Stern.
Gallatin.
Tish.
And now, the 6 girls'
GSP.
explorations floor Cap 21
CAS.
and their rendition of the Dorm Room
Steinhardt.
Tango.
Stern.
Gallatin.
Tish. GSP.
CAS.
Steinhardt.
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 They had it coming. They had it coming. They only had themselves to blame. If you'd have been there, if you'd have seen it, I betcha you would have done the same. Stern.
Gallatin.
Tish.
GSP.
CAS.
Steinhardt.
Stern.
Gallatin.
Tish.
GSP.
CAS.
Steinhardt.
You know how people have these little habits that get you down? Like Sternies. Sternies like to talk about their money. No, not talk. Flaunt. So I come home from writing the essay, and I'm really irritated, and I'm looking for a little bit of sympathy. And there's a Sternie standing in the elevator being a square and talking. No, not talking. Flaunting. So I said to him, you flaunt your money one more time? And he did. So I took the textbooks in my hand, and I swung 2 warning shots into his head. They had it coming. They had it coming. They only had themselves to blame. If you'd have been there, if you'd have heard it, I betcha you would have done the same.
I met Ezekiel Young in one of my classes about 2 weeks ago, and he told me he was a drama major, and we hit it off right away. So we started working on scenes together. He'd go to class, meet me at Kimmel. I'd bring him his food, we'd have dinner. And then I found out. Drama major, he told me. Drama major my ass. Not only was he studying drama, oh no, he had 6 majors. One of those Gallatin kids, you know? So that night, at Kimmel, I brought him his dinner as usual. You know, some kids just can't hold their laxatives.
He had it coming. He had it coming. He took a Cap girl in her prime. And then he used her. And he abused her. Gallatin majors are such a crime.
Now I'm sitting in the common room watching the movie Transformers, minding my own business. In storms this arrogant Tishy in a furious rage. That's not a real movie, he says. He was crazy, and he kept on screaming, it's only special effects. And then he ran into my Megatron. He ran into my Megatron 10 times.
If you'd have been there, if you'd have seen it, I betcha you would have done the same.
I get bored sometimes. I get really bored sometimes. And I saw this group of people hanging out. They looked fun, all GSP. So I thought I could talk to them for entertainment. So I started talking to them about the world and current events I knew of.
Yeah? And did they get it?
Not intelligent.
My best friend and my boyfriend were both CAS students, and I had one biology class with them. Now, for our final exam, we had to memorize 80 animal names by Friday. Cat, dog, horse, pig, goat, chimps, bald eagles, giraffes, cheetahs, one right after another. So, the night before the final, we were up in my Hayden dorm room, the 3 of us, studying, having a few laughs, and we run out of ink. So I go out to get some. I get back, open the door, and there's Veronica and Charlie doing number 69, The Bald Eagle. Well, I was in such a state of shock, I completely blacked out. I can't remember a thing. It wasn't until later when I was washing the ink off my hands that I even knew what I did. They had it coming. They had it coming. They had it coming. They had it coming. They had it coming all along. I didn't do it. She didn't do it. But if I'd done it, but if she'd done how could you tell me that I was wrong? They had it coming. They had it coming. They had it coming. They had it coming. They had it coming all along. I didn't do it. She didn't do it. But if I'd done it, but if she'd done how could you tell me that I was wrong?
I loved that Steinhardt boy more than I could possibly say. He was a real artistic guy, sensitive, a singer, but he was always trying to prove Steinhardt was the best. He'd talk about what departments were better and say, there's art, music, communications, and media. I guess you could say we broke up because of artistic differences. He saw himself as superior, yet he was rejected from Tish.
The dirty bum, 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 bum. The dirty bum, 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 bum. They had it coming. 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 They had it all along. 'Cause if they used us, and they abused us, how could you tell us that we were wrong? They had it coming. They had it coming. They had it coming. They had it coming. They only had themselves to blame. If you'd have been there, if you'd have seen it, I bet you would have done the same.
You flaunt your money one more time.
Generally a stupid people.
Number 69, the bald
Artistic
eagle.
differences.
Stern.
Gallatin.
Tish.
GSP.
CAS.
Steinhardt.